Hey everyone, all right, I wanted to hop on really quickly and share just a little bit about follow-up. So we know that the fortune is in the follow-up. You've probably heard that saying before, and it's really true. The majority of people do not purchase something on the very first time they are exposed to it. That is why consistently posting is good. That is why continuing to engage in conversation with the people that we are interested in getting started on these products is so important. And so it's really important that we continue to follow up. Now, sometimes when we follow up, we don't really know what to say, okay? And so I wanted to give you a few things that are helpful when you follow up, okay? So some different ways to follow up would be to send a testimony if you haven't yet. Send more educational tools, a video, or a post that shares a little bit more about one of the products that you're recommending to them. Maybe inviting to an event if you're hosting an event, offering a new sale or discount. We always want to be bringing some sort of new information or new thing when we follow up, okay? So we don't want to just be saying like, hey, so what do you think? Are you ready now? You know, we don't want that. We want to be able to give the people that we're talking to something new, something that they haven't seen before or heard before, something that's going to be valuable to them. Now, it's really important when we follow up that we have good messages, right? Like I said, we don't want to just like throw some like random thing, okay? And say, hey, you know, are you ready now? Just checking back in. Are you ready to get started? Let's make it a little bit better than that, okay? So we want to remind people what their problem is. Why are you even in this conversation? Like, what are they interested in? We want to remind them of their problem. We want to offer them some sort of resolution or solution to their problem. And then we want to do some sort of like call to action or something that's going to help them to kind of make a decision, okay? So let's say that you have somebody who is really, you've been talking about how they are always bloated. They feel bloated all the time and they have a hard time eating things because they just always feel bloated, okay? You could craft a message kind of something like this. Hey, Laura, okay? Hey, Laura, last time we talked, you were hoping to get rid of the bloating that you had and be able to eat food without feeling that bloating feeling all the time. And I don't want you to continue to feel frustrated with struggling with that. I know it can be painful and just so frustrating and not fun at all. I have been there. I completely understand. I really think that the triplex is going to be great to help you reach this goal. I know that with my help, you can start to notice the changes that you're looking for in your health and not have to struggle with them anymore. Are you open to jumping in at this point and getting started so that you can see progress and not have to feel this anymore? Okay, so we reminded them of what their problem was. We offered them a solution, and then we had a call to action. Like, are you ready to jump in? Are you ready to get started? See how simple that was? Very simple, very easy way that you can follow up with someone. And again, if it's not this one, you're offering to invite them to an event or you're providing a testimony, okay? But something that is going to just help them to get the conversation to continue on. Now, what I also find helpful when you are doing follow-ups is to have some sort of system, okay? It is really important that you know who you followed up with, what you've talked about, okay? This can be really, really easy, all right? Really, you don't need anything fancy. You can use a spreadsheet. If you're a spreadsheet person, by all means, use a spreadsheet, put the name, the date of when you connected with them, what you talked about, all those things. Listen, I'm not really a spreadsheet person. My husband wants me to be. I'm just not, okay? This is what I use, okay? I just use a notebook, all right? And so it can be very, very simple. And I'm just gonna show you a blank page. This is what you can do, okay? You can get a notebook, okay? You're gonna put their name, all right? Super simple. Who did you talk to? Then you're gonna put the date of when you talked to them. You're gonna put a couple notes about what you talked about, like are they dealing with bloating? Do they wanna lose weight? You know, do they have thyroid issues? Like whatever it is, okay? And then you are going to like put any more information that you need. Sorry, this stuff's falling off the table. And then you're gonna maybe put like a date up here of like when you're gonna follow up with them, okay? Then when you follow up, you're gonna put a little note there. You're gonna put a check mark. You're gonna maybe put what you did. Did you invite them? Did you send more testimonies? Things like that. And you're gonna just keep track. So that way you know who you're reaching out to, when you're following up, how the conversation is going, and you don't lose anyone. Trust me, I have done it where I have not done this, and Like 6 months later, I'm scrolling through my messages and I'm like, oh my goodness, I never followed up with that person, okay? You don't want that to happen, all right? So I hope that is helpful. I hope that gives you some tips for how to follow up. Remember, it can take people 8 to 20 times of being exposed to something to finally make a decision. That is not just in our industry, that is overall, okay? So keep following up. If you are always providing more information and more value to them, you are not being annoying, okay? You are doing it because you care about them. And when you do it in this way, you know you're not bugging people. You're not just, hey, did you look at that? Hey, did you look at this? What do you think? Like, you're doing it in a way that is adding value to them and that is showing them that you truly care about them.